The Vice Lords and Four Corner Hustlers have a large presence on the west side of Chicago, with them having multiple different type of factions, branches, and leaders under them. While being the two largest nations taking up majority of the west side, these two nations have multiple factions that had been at war with each other for decades, with wars like the conservative Vice Lords versus traveling Vice Lords, Four Corner Hustlers versus Vice Lords, and unknown Vice Lords beefing with each other. One of the most notable gang wars that's been going on for decades on the west side is the Mafia Insane Vice Lords versus Four Corner Hustlers in the Austin neighborhood, who we will be talking about again today. In this video, we are going to be giving a full brief rundown on the deadly gang war and all the people who were murdered from both sides, between the Four Corner Hustlers being DCG and the Mafia Insane Vice Lords being SaneGang M20 and OTA. SaneGang is an alliance in the Austin neighborhood consisting of 4 individual Mafia Insane Vice Lord sets, with each of them operating from North Avenue to Madison Street. The name SaneGang is short for Mafia Insane Vice Lords, which is the nation that all 4 of the sets rep. Mafia stands for either murder all folks or foes in America, which means murder all gangs under the Folks Nation like the Gangster Disciples, or murder all of the Four Corner Hustlers in America. The 4 sets that are a part of SaneGang is KMG aka 22 Gang, located on Laverne and Adams,
30 years old and keep trying to diss, I'm hitting Laverne and taking a piss.
LMG located on Lamont and West End, and M-Dub and OTA, which are the 2 sets we will be focusing on this video. All of the 4 sets of the SaneGang Alliance used to be Cicero Insane Vice Lords and Imperial Insane Vice Lords until the 90s, when the Mafia Insane Vice Lords grew incredibly in numbers in the early and late 90s. The Mafia Insane Vice Lords were officially founded by King Troy when he was doing time in prison for murder in the early 1990s, formerly being Central Insane Vice Lords. King Troy would flip many Cicero Insane, Imperial Insane, and Central Insane Vice Lord branches to Mafia Insanes throughout majority of the Austin neighborhood during the entire 90s before and after getting out of prison. After being released from prison, King Troy declared Moore Park and flipped the Cicero Insane Vice Lords that area to Mafia Insane Vice Lords, making it the headquarters for the mafias in the Austin neighborhood that began to rise massively. The modern-day generation of the Mafia Insane Vice Lords from Moore Park goes by KMG aka 22 Gang, which is one of the sets a part of SaneGang who we were mentioning earlier. The war with the Mafia Insane Vice Lords and Four Corner Hustlers in the Austin neighborhood started from the mafias inheriting the beef that the Cicero Insane and Imperial Insane Vice Lords had with the Four Corner Hustlers prior to when King Troy formed the Mafia Insane Vice Lords. Shortly before Moore Park became the headquarters for the mafias, King Troy formed the legendary historical Mafia Insane Vice Lord neighborhood people refer to as Death Row. Death Row stretches from multiple blocks, being Austin Boulevard to Lockwood Avenue and Hirsch Street to Cortlandt Street. The concept 6FO that the Mafia Insane Vice Lords adopted is based on North Avenue being part of Illinois Route 64.
I cannot with a saying, don't know 600 with a 4. Look, 6 don't come with a 4. If you ain't got a back, then I gotta go.
Death Row's territory used to originally extend to Narragansett Set until the late 2000s, when the Four Corner Hustlers from the Capitol Hill area of Austin started to move over to Amundsen Park over 15 years ago. M20 and OTA are 2 separate sets of Mafia Insane Vice Lord down the street from each other that were created at the same time Death Row was formed, being the motherland and birthplace of the Mafia Insane Vice Lords. M20 and OTA are both located on opposite sides of Central Avenue, with M20 being west of Central and OTA being east of Central. M20's main blocks that they control and operate are North Avenue and Mason, North Avenue and Mayfield, Mason and Wabansia, Monitor and Wabansia, and Mayfield and Wabansia. OTA's main blocks that they operate include Lemoyne and Linder, North Avenue and Luna, and Lemoyne and Lotus. The M in M20 stands for the first letters of each street they operate, starting with M, with blocks being Mason, Mayfield, Monitor, Menard, and Massasoit. The 20 in Dub in M20 stands for the first letter of Wabansia, which is W. M20 goes by 1700 based on Wabansia being the 1700 block of Austin to Central. OTA stands for either on the avenue or off the avenue.
Our generation, we came over OTA.
Let us know what that means for the people who don't know.
That means off the avenue, however you want to see it.
OTA also goes by Up Top, which is based on the Main Street North Avenue.
It's the old man. like, you know, we on top.
SaneGang M20 and OTA's main allies include Danny Mob and a select few four-corner hustler sets in Austin, including MNA aka MPAT Gang, Black Mob aka Cello Gang, and Hollywood aka 5200 located on Congress and Laramie. OTA and M20's main enemies include Toss Gang aka L Block, Fro Gang aka K-Town, Hood Rich Young Money 1800-500, and DCG, who we will be giving a breakdown about next. OTA and M20's main shooters and killers include OTA Woo aka Bankroll Shorty, M-Dub Spark aka Psycho, OTA Stupid Glocky, Jay Sane aka Big Mafia, OTA Scotty aka 33, T-Wick aka Trill Jones, Bucks, M-Dub Lil Glow, Haywire aka Top Shorty, OTA Chucky, Boss Top Sane, Juglo, Baby Sane, Kendall Macon aka Lil Toto, SaneGang Capone aka Melly, M-Dub Bagan, Ro Millie, and Top Auto. The main rappers of M20 and OTA include some of the killers like Z-Money, OTA Woo, M-Dub Spark, Boss Top Sane, OTA Scotty, and SaneGang Capone. DCG is a set of Angelo four-corner hustlers under the Black Diamond and wing of Angelo Roberts, who is one of the deceased gang leaders of the Four Corners Hustlers. The Black Diamond was created by another leader of the Four Corner Hustlers, being Monroe Banks aka Money, during the 1980s, around the time the Four Corner Hustlers were at war with the Vice Lords. Monroe Banks, along with the Black Souls, created the Black Diamond as an independent renegade and alternative symbol to the 5-point star for the Four Corner Hustlers and Black Souls to fall under and rep. The Four Corner Hustlers honor the 4 points in the Black Diamond, which is love, hate, kill, and take, even though the foes are still considered to be a part of the Vice Lord umbrella, especially while being incarcerated behind bars. DCG's hood was originally Maniac Solid 4 Corner Hustlers under the 5-point star in North Austin back in the day from the 1980s to early 1990s. Their main block that they operated back in the 80s and early 90s was located on Division and Parkside, with them originally going by the Parkside Crew. The Parkside Crew used to be allied with the other Solid 4 Corner Hustlers on the other side of Division Street in the 90s, who are now known as the MNA Body Snatcher Four Corner Hustlers in the present day. Together, both of the sets formed the historical gang-controlled neighborhood M-Town in the early 90s, moving as one big hood stretching from Chicago Avenue to Division Street before splitting up in the mid-90s. The name M-Town is based on majority of the avenues starting with M, with the exception of streets like Parkside, Waller, Central, and Austin. DCG officially became Angelo Four Corner Hustlers after the death of Angelo Roberts in 1995, and more foes under Angelo started to increase massively throughout the Austin neighborhood from 1996 to 1997 after the white and Spanish gangs like the Playboy Venture Rice Boys, Ghetto Boys organization, and Insane Latin Brothers left the Austin neighborhood. Before they were going by DCG, the set originally used to be called P Block, which stood for the first letter of the street they operate being Potomac or Pistol Block, whichever one. They were also originally going by 1300 and Stoey, Jack Boys, and Jack Boy Money Gang, as they were the generation born in the early and mid-90s that were coming up in the early 2010s as the young members of the Angelo Four Corner Hustlers. The founders of the Jack Boys generation include members like Carlos Simmons, aka Big C, SMG Banky, Jack Boy Drilla Woody, Shorty Rome, SMG Tay, DCG Drama, and his brother Sergio Johnson, aka DCG Big Foe.
Jack Boys, P Block. P Block, the 1300 block.
The name DCG and SMG that the set goes by actually has something to do between the war with them and SaneGang, but we'll discuss what the two names stand for later when we get deeper into the war later on in the video.
DCG, what that stand for?
That stands for Dream Conquer Goals, but we got another meaning. That's a street meaning the motherfucker don't even need to know about.
DCG's main blocks that they operate in this current generation include Potomac and Mayfield, Division and Central, Potomac and Parkside, Division and Mason, and Potomac and Mason.
We on the 1300 block, you feel me? This motherfucker phone them in, you feel me? We from Division, all type of shit. Division, motherfucker, Central,
Mayfield, Potomac,
Mayfield,
Parkside, that's all
us, you feel me?
DCG's main allies include Toss Gang aka L Block, The Jungle aka 2-4 Money Gang, Hood Rich Young Money aka Tony Town, and formerly BKN. Before falling out in 2024, DCG's main enemies include MNA MPAT Gang, Black Mob aka Cello Gang, TTU aka Cali Mob, and SaneGang, who are the enemies we are discussing about in this video. DCG's main shooters and killers include DCG Drama aka Dennis the Menace or Mr. 70, Drilla Woody, Lil Mark aka Millie, Gutta Mo, Day Day, Tarvey Green aka Toddy, G Bagel, Terrell Wyatt aka Relly, P Block Gino, and Choka aka Black Glow. DCG's main rappers include the DCG brothers being Shun and B Sav, DCG M Sav, DCG Drama, Baby Go aka G Sav, and Skoo 1200J. The war between DCG and SaneGang goes back to around late 2012 and early 2013, with videos and pictures of Jackboy members like Choka, Ray, and Woody casually dissing SaneGang and OTA on Facebook.
OTA, man, stay away from them bitch ass niggas, bro, cause they gonna get killed, boy, on the fin. OTA wrong.
DCG and SaneGang grew up with together going through each other's neighborhood fighting, while inheriting the beef from the previous generation of the mafias and foes from both sets.
Going through they shit, like, we been whipping their ass our whole life. They really got tired. I get on that, like, they like, man, we tired of these niggas whipping our ass. Like, I ain't gonna lie. And pick the gun up.
All them niggas from Jackboy L Block been right here before. Been robbing their ass, beating their ass, chasing them, doing, that's why they don't like us.
Majority of the main DCG and SaneGang members like OTA Wu, Lul Bill, Big C, and others went to Ella Flag Young Elementary School, which was located on the borderline of the Mafia Insane Vice Lords and Four Corner Hustlers, with the school being on Parkside and Hirsch.
DCG shorties, all of them, they people came from Ella Flag Young. We went to school with them, like, all they do fast.
So y'all don't fuck with the DCG shorties neither?
Of course not. Of course not. Hell no. They had some goofies too.
All the foes with the young.
Some members of Jackboys, like Big Pry and Big J, went to Lewis Elementary and L Block's hood, which is how the relationship with DCG and Toss Gang started to form. OTA Wu claims that him and SaneGang are the reason for the alliance between DCG and Toss Gang.
You see they down there together right now for a reason.
For what a coincidence, all these niggas just kumbaya, all these niggas together. Y'all don't even know each other. What a coincidence though, all they ass hang together. What do they got in common? Us. We really made them niggas go ahead.
Pack it up.
Lock in. All them niggas be together now. Now my ops be with my ops.
They told me that they all grew up together.
How? When?
DCG members like Shaq Glow, Choka aka Black Glow, and Drilla Woody used to be hanging with OTA and fighting members from Toss Gang at Lewis Elementary School, before the three would transfer to Jackboys. Later in 2012, at the time, beef started to rise.
Ella Fly, you know, we the moms down there and fight Lewis.
Lewis who?
It's the school, all they,
remember Choka,
what a
Shaq,
coincidence.
used to be with us, beating their ass, with L Block, I'm sure they used to go down there beating their ass. Choka Shaq now used to be with us. Now they down there with them. Woody, you used to be on the turn up. On my so look, this whole swag, that's turn up. On my free turn up, man. Free turn up. Oh, bro, man.
Things would start heating up more during the start of 2015, when they would even be going through each other's territory on camera and casually make posts and videos on social media, dissing each other more frequently, while also telling each other to pull up or come outside while posting up on each other's block.
What? That's ain't. What? Gang, we out here. Pull up. What niggas at, bro? We out here on low grade. Niggas say they finna pop. What niggas at, bro? Pull up, bro.
You on pause?
No, we on pause, so we out here, bro. On low, we out here. On low, we out here. Gang.
Yeah, block. Jackboys, I'm on Jack Block.
OTA Kesey and Black Glow from Jackboys got into a fight in 2015 on the block, with two of them telling different sides of the story on Facebook.
On low, the nigga Kesey on the book from the move say he whooped me in my game by himself.
Nigga, on low you lying, nigga, Toddy put you in it.
What? On low, front of.
What you say? But Jerry, I can't wait to motherfucker get over you. On low. We can put your ass in it, you know, bitch. On low, I'm gonna stomp your face. Hey, on low. We finna go smoke that marsh, you know, in that job. We finna meet your dead homie.
Later in the summer, around August of 2015, OTA members like Haywire, Kesey, Chucky, and Joey from OTA would start posting up on a new block being Hirsch and Pine, which is still part of their territory, but was even closer to the Four Corner Hustlers territory, as Jackboys and 5400's hood is seen south of OTA and M20's hood. Exactly 1 month later in September, the war would officially become bloody when OTA would lose one of their main members who was shot and killed, allegedly by Jack Boys, making this the first murder that happened in the war and changed everything, starting the ultimate feud between both factions as blood started to become shed between the new generation of the death row mafia, insane vice lords, and Angelo Four Corner hustlers. On September 21st, 2015, Joseph Montez Smith Jr., aka Joey from SaneGang OTA, was walking on the 5500 block of West Potomac Avenue in the Four Corner Hustlers territory at around 6:15 p.m. when DCG Drama would allegedly walk up and fire multiple shots at him, hitting Joey in the back and left leg. Joey was taken to Loyola University Medical Center in Maywood, where he was later pronounced dead. Joey's death location, which is Potomac and Pine, was down the street from the new block they started to operate, being Hirsch and Pine. DCG Drama would boost his rank up as a member of the Four Corner Hustlers, as Joey from OTA would be the first person out of 7 people he allegedly killed before being gunned down by M&A in 2022. Authorities said Joey had lived on the 1500 block of North Luna Avenue, which is the same block Marshall from OTA, who was allegedly killed by Toss Gang in 2013, used to live on. Joey and Marshall were close friends from the same set before the passing of both. Joey was also blood brothers with Snooty from OTA, who was killed 4 years later in 2019. But Snooty's murder actually wasn't gang-related. Months before the death of Joey, he would be seen on Facebook arguing with Choka from Jack Boys, saying that them and L Block might as well be allied together since both sides are getting messed up by one side. DCG members often mock Joey on songs and social media after his death.
The same gang. How do you still here? Like what the was Joey doing walking around here? We don't give a about no Osmo Joey to the face.
Joey was a big loss for the whole OTA, with notable OTA members honoring him frequently. This death would turn SaneGang up, as they were now motivated to go on a rampage against DCG in the future for their fallen member Joey in the following year, 2016. Joey was childhood friends with OTA Chucky from the same set, as he is seen honoring Joey and grieving after his death. OTA Chucky would also make a post on Facebook 1 week after the death of his childhood close friend, disrespecting the Four Corner Hustlers and dropping their gang symbol with the caption in the post saying, "Ball in Paradise, Joey." As the new year 2016 began, SaneGang M20 and OTA would start the year off fresh, as they would finally get their revenge on Jack Boys for their fallen comrade Joey when they would allegedly take the life of a well-loved Four Corner Hustler member. On January 21st, 2016, 20-year-old Deontay Dale, aka Snacks from Jack Boys, had been fatally shot in the North Austin neighborhood. At around 10:12 p.m., Snacks was found unresponsive, sitting in the front seat of a light blue sedan parked on the 1700 block of North Menard Avenue, which is actually part of SaneGang M20's territory, being Menard and Wabansia. Snacks' friend was with him during the shooting, as he had ducked for cover when bullets had ripped through the car, but was still wounded. Snacks' friend Army crawled through the grass to him when he would find Snacks wheezing and taking his dying breaths after he had been shot multiple times in the left shoulder. Snacks was pronounced dead 1 hour later at 11:03 p.m. after being taken to Mount Sinai Hospital. Snacks actually lived on the same block where the shooting occurred, as he's been arrested one time on the same block he had been shot and killed on. He was also killed nearly 3 weeks after his 20th birthday. SaneGang often mocks Snacks in songs describing him dying inside of a car.
Like, let's face it, all you niggas do is rap and try to chase it. How they live next in the comment, I can see why for them haters.
Ain't no sitting in no cars, cause I ain't going out like Snacks.
The whole Jack Boys would start going by SMG after the death of Snacks, which stands for Snacks Money Gang, as the whole hood was devastated after the murder of their well-beloved member. Snacks was also loved by other known Four Corner Hustler sets on the west side of Chicago, such as Hood Rich Young Money, Low Block, and Fat Shorty Gang. Snacks was known as a real money getter for the hood, which is how he earned the name Snacks Money. Snacks also went to Ella Flagg Young Elementary School with DCG and SaneGang. Haju and Hentz, aka Haywire, from OTA, had made a post on the same day Snacks was killed, honoring another jock from OTA who was killed in 2014. 2 days after the death of Snacks Money, Javante Daniels, aka SMG Tay from Jack Boys, was arrested 2 days later while he was 17 years old at the time for the murder of an innocent 24-year-old man named Randy Kimball, who was killed on December 20th, 2015, which was exactly 1 month before the death of Snacks and his arrest. Tay from DCG was charged as an adult and held without bond for allegedly gunning Randy Kimball down during a foot chase when he would spot him in SaneGang's territory. I tried doing some research on Randy Kimball on social media, and it looked like he had no gang affiliations prior to his death, with the posts I see mainly being his family honoring him. But when I go on chicagopolice.org and mugshots.com, it is shown that he had a small criminal record at the time while he was still alive. The incident started happening when Randy Kimball was walking with another person in SaneGang OTA's hood on the 5400 block of West Hirsch Street, which is one of the blocks Hajuan, hence aka Haywire from OTA, used to post up on being Hirsch and Long, when SMG Tay and his cohort started chasing the two. During the chase, Tay pulled out a gun and started firing at the pair. Randy Kimball was shot in the back and pronounced dead, while his friend, on the other hand, wasn't actually injured. A witness who actually heard the gunshots and saw two men running down the street had called 911 and gave the police a description of the two suspects. Police said that they seen Tay and his friend run into a home neither of them lived in and fled outside before being apprehended. The incident was actually caught on surveillance cameras, with Tay wearing a Pele jacket with a fur collar while chasing Randy Kimball and extending his arm with an object towards Kimball in the afternoon that day. Tay was identified by the witness in video in person. While the police was looking inside the house that Tay and his cohort ran into, they found the Pele jacket. Tay's friend had not been charged for the murder. As the years went by, Tay was found not guilty for the murder of Randy Kimball and was released from prison in late March of 2019.
Tay just came home, beat a murder case.
Tay was arrested earlier this year on April 19th for felon-possessed weapon charges and is currently still incarcerated, fighting the case. As the months went by after Snack's death, DCG would make an attempt to slide on SaneGang in the summer, trying to get that get back. On August 21st, 2016, a 8-year-old girl named Jemiah Barnes was shot in the forearm above her right wrist when multiple people had gathered together during the time for a vigil honoring a fallen SaneGang member named Malik Qazi, aka Leaky, who was shot and killed over a bike situation earlier in the same day on North Avenue and Luna. A 36-year-old woman who is a friend of the girl's mother was also shot in the left hand along with the girl. Ashak Banks, who is the mother of deceased 7-year-old Heaven Sutton, who was killed by Tosgang in 2012, had drove the woman and the child to West Suburban Medical Center, with both of them being in stable condition as the girl was released from the hospital later in the same night. Ashak Banks was interviewed by reporters saying that she just couldn't see another baby losing their life. She attended the vigil to honor Leaky from SaneGang, who was the son of one of Ashak Banks' close friends. Ashak Banks explained how she didn't have a chance to save her daughter Heaven because she couldn't believe that Heaven was hit the way she was hit. Ashak Banks has attended to multiple vigils ever since the death of her 7-year-old daughter, who was shot and killed by Gerald Dorsey and Lance Sims, aka Killa, from Tosgang. Witnesses said several gunshots were heard and many children were outside at the time. The gunfire erupted around 7:50 p.m. on the 1600 block of North Major Avenue. Luckily, nobody else was injured or killed during the vigil. A bullet hole even had went through the window of a hair braiding salon on North Avenue. Jemiah Banks started to rest at home after being released from the hospital and was expected to recover in 2 weeks as she was getting ready to start 3rd grade at the time she had been shot. The family of Jemiah wants the shooter arrested and incarcerated so he won't harm and take the life of someone else. An activist in the community named Andrew Holmes offered a $1,000 reward for anyone to give information about the shooting. After the death of Leaky, the whole SaneGang M20 was seen on Facebook hurt and grieving about the death of Leaky, as he was one of the younger members with a lot of rank in the streets before his demise. M20 would adopt the name Leak Gang in honor of Leaky. Leaky had a very close relationship with members of his upcoming generation like SaneGang Capone and T-Wick. Even though Leaky's death was personal and wasn't gang-related, DCG members would still be dissing Leaky because at the time, they were grieving about the death of their fallen comrade Snacks, who was allegedly killed by SaneGang M20. After the death of Leaky, OTA Stupid Glocky confirmed that Leaky and other fallen SaneGang member Jock's death wasn't gang-related on Facebook, and saying that the opposition needs to stop disrespecting the two when their death had nothing to do with any of their enemies.
Let's talk these fed. Heard Jock got hit in the head. They was crying cause Leaky was dead. Him too got hit in the head.
SaneGang M20 would retaliate on SMG 2 months after the vigil shooting when they would kill one of the well-loved younger Four Corner Hustler members from SMG 1 week before Halloween and the months after the loss of Snacks Money. On October 24, 2016, 16-year-old Jalen Howard aka J Foe from P Block SMG Jack Boys had passed away after being shot to death in the West Humboldt Park neighborhood. The shooting happened happened at around 4:45 p.m. on the 1200 block of North Pulaski Road when Jay Foe would be shot multiple times, allegedly by T-Wick from SaneGang M20 after getting out of the bus. Jay Foe was pronounced dead exactly 40 minutes later at Stroger Hospital at 5:25 p.m. Police said that Jay Foe was a documented gang member. T-Wick and other M20 members caught Jay Foe getting into the bus in his hood around Division and Central and would track him down, going through Division Street while he was inside of the bus, before killing him on Division and Pulaski when he would die by the bus stop. After boosting his rank up as a SaneGang member, T-Wick was later arrested for the murder of Jay Foe and charged at 14 years old and was sentenced to juvenile life in prison and is now currently a free man in the present day living his life. Jay Foe was seen as a huge score for SaneGang. They would often mock Jay Foe for dying by the bus stop, making several bus stop jokes, even giving him the name CTA. A member from M20 also made a post hinting that the reason Jay Foe died was because SMG was dissing Leaky. Jay Foe was known as one of the funniest and active members of Jack Boys and would always be seen posted on the block while making jokes.
I think he's 6'4".
Jay Foe used to diss SaneGang frequently on Facebook, with a post of him dissing Joey from OTA, who was killed in 2015, 1 year before his death. Jack Boys says that if Jay Foe was alive, he would have been a problem for their enemies. Jay Foe was one of the earlier losses the DCG brothers took as they were growing up as the younger generation of Jack Boys, while inheriting the beef with SaneGang from their older peers.
So how would you describe y'all area that y'all grew up in?
I say rough. It's a shooting every day, every hour.
Oh, you hear the police siren?
Hey, yeah, I'm fucking dying.
I know. Fool is busting in here for real.
So was it like that as like when y'all was kids growing up, or did it?
Hell yeah.
It was busting in the hood.
As when we was young, the older motherfuckers was doing what we, you feel me? What we was doing.
So like the beef and shit that y'all got going on now, is this some shit that y'all inherited from the older niggas, or is it like some shit y'all got into on y'all own?
It was some average.
After the death of Jay Foe, Jack Boys SMG started going by Jay Foe Gang or Jay Foe Money Gang. Even though Jay Foe was one of the youngest members from the hood, he was said to always have real heart in the field and was known for never backing down from anyone. Jay Foe is also honored and loved by hood-rich Young Money.
And bitch, I'm Jay Foe Gang in this bitch. And I might up if you say Jay Foe name in this bitch.
After the death of Jay Foe, P-Block SMG Jack Boys would lose another well-loved younger member from their hood, allegedly to SaneGang yet again, which is what actually started the DCG acronym. On November 7th, 2016, 16-year-old Clarence Coakley, aka SMG Dirk from P-Block Jack Boys, was shot to death in the West Garfield Park neighborhood on the west side of Chicago. Police said the incident took place by Carroll Avenue and Lake Street. Dirk was on the 4600 block of West Lake Street when a SaneGang member walked up to him and shot him several times in the upper torso. Dirk was pronounced dead at the scene 20 minutes later at 3:50 p.m. An autopsy revealed that he died of multiple gunshot wounds and ruled his death as a homicide. No one is in custody as of present day. 3 days before SaneGang would allegedly kill Dirk, they would make a post on Facebook one day after allegedly killing Salo from Toss Gang, saying that the difference between the Mafia insane vice lords and Four Corner hustlers is that when Joey died, none of the Mafias went on social media joking like it was a game and meant business, while dissing L Block and Jack Boys, saying they took 4 losses in 1 month before allegedly killing another younger Jack Boys member 3 days later.
Me and Glocky was in them hot cars, spin the city, burning up. What the score was, 10-9. Tell them roll the smoke was up. We was spinning back to back, screaming, Joey keep resting up.
Dirk lived and grew up specifically on Potomac and Parkside, and was mainly with other notable members from P-Block Jack Boys, such as Big 30, P-Block Gino, Jackboy Day Day, and DCG M Sav, as they were seen as his main crowd, with all of them coming up together as P-Block Jack Boys members. Dirk and Jay Foe were also seen as close friends before the tragic passing of both. After the death of Dirk, P-Block SMG Jack Boys had officially renamed the hood to Dirk City Gang in honor of him. Dirk was also even seen in pictures with the DCG brothers around the time Shun and B-Sav were in middle school. Choka aka Black Glow from Jack Boys, who was a big homie for Dirk as he was growing up, was seen on Facebook hurt and grieving about the death of Dirk and saying that Dirk was only 16 and didn't even really get to experience his life, while also saying Dirk didn't even do anything to anybody to deserve the death that he received. Choka had made a promise to Dirk's killer, saying that they're gonna kill him, while swearing it on his gang affiliation, the Four Corner Hustlers. Exactly 1 month after the death of Dirk, SaneGang would catch their last body on DCG in 2016, when they would allegedly take the life of one of their main members that I was mentioning earlier in the video, who used to be hanging with SaneGang before switching sides and transferring over to DCG. On December 9th, 2016, Shaquan Steiden, aka Shaqglow from DCG, was shot and killed by 2 SaneGang OTA members near his home in his own hood in the Austin area. At 3:17 p.m., Shaq was standing on the porch selling squares while on the 5500 block of West Crystal Street in 5400 P-Gang's territory. On Crystal and Central, which is down the street from the gas station in one of the main blocks DCG operates, being Division and Central, when 2 SaneGang OTA members, possibly being Romain aka Ramili and Top Auto, had walked up to him from an older black model sedan, with both of them firing shots hitting Shaq as he was in critical condition after being shot in the back of the head and taken to Loyola University Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead nearly an hour later at 4:07 p.m. Top Auto from OTA had made a post on Facebook earlier while going to court. It is possible that he could have went on a drill right after getting out of court. Shaq lived a block away from where the shooting happened at on the 5400 block of West Crystal Street, which is 5400 P-Gang's territory on Crystal and Long. Shaq was the blood brother of Choka, aka Blackglow, from the same set. What makes the situation even crazier is that Shaq and Choka, aka Blackglow, have a blood big brother from SaneGang who they still have love for, named Baby Sane, who is currently incarcerated and doing time in prison. Choka used to be a part of a SaneGang OTA branch called LWG, which stood for their main block at the time being Lotus and Wabansia. Shaq was known as a hustler from DCG. He was actually seen on Facebook Live sliding on both SaneGang M20 and OTA's hood exactly 1 week before he would be tragically killed by the same gang.
They do good. Hey, like I said, I ain't never had no major problem out of my time, like never. The only thing, I ain't never had no major problem out of my time. And they long on me.
Many SaneGang OTA members would diss Shaq after his death, coming up with names like Shaq Attack or Shaq Pack, mocking him after he was gunned down.
We've been rolling up the sack, but it been tasting like some drugs.
Now let's talk about Shaq. Stupid ass sitting on the porch, that's how you got clout.
Romain from SaneGang would make another post the same day he dissed Shaq from DCG on OTA Stupid Glocky's Facebook account while Lil Glocky was in jail, talking about how all him and his other friends from SaneGang do is mock and laugh at their enemies for all the Four Corner Hustler members they had lost in the same year. A member from SaneGang M20 would make a post on Facebook saying that they put a lot of people in the dirt for speaking on Leaky, meaning that they killed a lot of people for disrespecting their fallen members Leaky by killing 3 SMG members in 3 separate months in a row. After losing 4 important members in the year of 2016 being Snacks, J-Fo, Dirk, and Shaq, DCG would adopt the term and phrase "In Dirk we trust," for J-Fo we bus, for Shaq we attack, for Snacks we stack, in honor of the 4 members they lost allegedly to SaneGang. DCG Drama would even get a tattoo honoring all 4 of the fallen members from his hood that he lost to gang violence in the same year.
I miss my nigga Dirk, I miss my Shaq, I miss my shorty J-Fo, and I love you Snacks.
After losing 4 valuable members in the depressing year of 2016, retaliation was the only thing that was running in DCG's mind, and they would finally avenge the 4 fallen members when they would start the new year 2017 off by allegedly being responsible for the murder of a well-known SaneGang OTA member 1 month later. On January 13th, 2017, Diamond Woods aka D-Nice or Oso from SaneGang OTA was shot to death in the Austin neighborhood just 10 days after his 21st birthday while being in the middle of an argument. Diamond was outside on the 600 block of North Central Avenue at 4 p.m. after getting off the CTA bus in Vonnie World's hood when Blackglow aka Choka, Gutta Mo, and DCG Drama allegedly started shooting and striking Diamond multiple times, allegedly with 5 guns.
I heard Diamond got hit with like 5 straps.
Diamond was taken to West Suburban Medical Center in Oak Park, where he was later pronounced dead exactly 18 minutes later at 4:18 p.m., dying of multiple gunshot wounds. Diamond's death location was at the borderline of CNR, Vonnie World, and HMB's hood, being down the street and 6 blocks away from DCG's hood on Division and Central. After the death of Diamond, his family had made a GoFundMe page for people to help his family with the funeral expenses.
Diamond got clapped the woods, made a GoFundMe. Tell her ass suck the tip of this dick.
Diamond was the blood cousin of OTA Wu from the same set, who is one of the SaneGang rappers. After the death of Diamond, OTA Wu would get a tattoo on his hand that says Diamond's name to honor him for the rest of his life. He would also get a tattoo on the same hand that says Faux K, which is short for Four Corner Hustlers. Killer hinting that Diamond got killed by the Four Corner Hustlers while disrespecting them in honor of his blood cousin. Good Mo from DCG had even uploaded a picture of Diamond on the ground after getting shot multiple times while tagging OTA Wu in the picture, and caption telling him to pick up his cousin and saying that they hawked him down, which is a slang term for chasing somebody down while shooting them. Vonoff 1700 would diss Diamond multiple times in songs and would even show a picture of Diamond in his casket on one of his Instagram posts.
Diamond, dumbass got clapped on the bus, he should've rode a bike.
The next time I catch, I'ma do him like that. Diamond was like while it was cracking and got boomed on.
Now I'm smoking Diamond to the face because my favorite pack.
Diamond died, I bought some weed, went home and faced her ass out.
OTA Wu called out Vonoff 1700 in a podcast for false claiming the murder of Diamond in his music video for his song titled Flame Out, while showing the graphic picture of Diamond after getting shot.
My little cousin got killed, and this goof ass nigga put him in his video. You don't even know him. You don't even know him. Never met him. Man. Don't know shit. I guess your manager, whoever the fuck they is, they probably didn't. Oh yeah, gave you a video or a picture or something. Yeah, put this in your video, but you don't even know him, you goof ass nigga.
Old time, they goofies too.
OTA Wu would also basically confirm that DCG was responsible for the murder of his blood cousin Diamond.
You think Billy and Jill and them getting them the stories and shit?
No, hell no. No, not them, cause they I'm talking about, they from a whole nother side. This coming off division side. This coming from this way. Dude and them goof ass from by McDonald's somewhere.
OTA Wu warned Vonoff 1700 what comes with dissing his cousin and says the DCG is scared and doesn't have his back.
Speaking on my little cousin, hope you know what come with that. Hope you know them what you scared, they ain't got your back.
After the death of Diamond, SaneGang and OTA would adopted the term and phrase, "Diamonds are forever." As the months went by, after the murder of Diamond, DCG was not done sliding on SaneGang as they were still hungry for more retaliation for the fallen members they had lost in 2016, as they started the summer of 2017 off fresh by allegedly killing another SaneGang member from both M20 and OTA in the first month of summer 2017. On June 9th, 2017, at around 5:15 p.m., 18-year-old Romaine Elkins, aka Ro Millie or Main Sane, from SaneGang M20 and OTA was standing on SaneGang OTA's main block in the 1500 block of North Linder Avenue when Choka and Gino from DCG would allegedly start firing in Romaine's direction as he was shot in the chest. Romaine, who actually lived in Naperville, Illinois, was taken to Loyola University Center in Maywood, where he was pronounced dead exactly at 5:52 p.m. The SUV sped west on Lemoyne Street right after the shooting and crashed into another vehicle with a 71-year-old woman in the other vehicle suffering injuries in the crash, but being listed in good condition. After retaliating for his blood big brother killing two SaneGang members in the same year, Choka would make 2 posts about his blood brother Shaq from DCG 3 days after the murder, on National Brothers Day, tagging Shaq saying that they keep promises and promised that they wouldn't let up, while referring to the Shaq Pack post Romaine made dissing Shaq, saying that Romaine's now up there in heaven with all the other Four Corner Hustlers. Another DCG member would share the post Choka made on National Brothers Day, tagging Dirk, who was also killed by SaneGang M20 and OTA in 2016, hinting that DCG avenged him as well. It is also said that Romaine died with his gun, with rapper Boss Top Sane, saying that Romaine went out with a bang on Facebook. Vonoff 1700 would diss Romaine on a snippet, mocking him for dying with his gun.
Romaine had his gun, but he still got sent up with it.
DCG would also diss Romaine many times in songs, and even gave a hint about them being responsible for the murder of Romaine on Lemoyne and Linder.
We done hit niggas all on Monday. Say Romaine was a shooter, get his ass up out of here.
Since we named our ops, I got me a list. When Romaine died, I know they was pissed.
The ops, I'm high as fuck right now off Romaine, ready to bump.
On the same exact day Romain passed away, a DCG member would mention all of the fallen Four Corner Hustler members that were killed by SaneGang in 2016, excluding Sosa from Toss Gang, while explaining how the tables turned from them, crying about their fallen members getting killed, to SaneGang now being hurt and devastated as they would already lose 2 members in the start of 2017. A lady who is neutral and cool with both sides had even went in the comments, talking to the DCG member, explaining how both sides, being DCG and SaneGang, are still hurting from their situations with their fallen members dying to gang violence, and she just wants the war to stop and everybody to grow and watch their family and kids. Romain was one of the biggest losses the whole SaneGang ever took. They would start going by Main World in honor of him. He was much loved for both M20 and OTA, as he was known for stepping and putting in work. Even though Romain was only 18, he was well respected by a lot of the older Mafia and Sane Vice Lord members. Romain was even loved and respected by members from Black Mob, with rapper Stupid Dre honoring him around the time he passed away. Romain's main crowd he was hanging and going on drills with was SaneGang Capone, Hajuan Hence aka Haywire, OTA Stupid Glocky, and Top Auto, with them both grieving about the death of Romain on Facebook. Top Auto had made a post honoring Romain while comparing the two to Mario and Luigi. SaneGang Capone said they didn't know Romain like how he knew him. Romain is also honored by SOU, aka 400, in Aurora, Illinois. Before Romain moved to Naperville in the west suburbs, he used to attend Chicago Jesuit Academy, where his main skill and focus was playing cymbals and bass drums under the direction of Isaiah Spencer, who had taught percussion for over 20 years, at the time being 2017. According to Romain's former teacher Spencer, who taught Romain at CJA from 2011 to 2013, Elkins was always the comedian and even the leader in the drum line. Isaiah Spencer even had more positive things to say about Romain, calling him a genuinely nice guy who the younger students from CJA and even his little brother looked up to as a role model. Spencer confirmed that Romain would always look out for and help younger students in his own way. Romain and his blood cousin Lawante Montgomery had plans to open a restaurant together before the death of Romain. Montgomery would name the buffet Rose Buffet in honor of Romain. Romain's last words to his cousin Lawante Montgomery were, "I love you," shortly before tragically being gunned down in his own hood. "I made a mistake pinning Romain's murder on DCG Drama in my video, explaining DCG Drama's bodies that I will be redoing soon in the future. I also mistakenly pinned the murder in my video with DCG versus MNA. Drama was incarcerated at the time Romain died for felon possess weapons charges." After the death of Romain, SaneGang was furious and would not waste no time getting their revenge on DCG nearly 1 week later. On June 15, 2017, 17-year-old Ahmad Smith, who actually claimed both DCG and 1800 Tonytown Hood Rich Young Money, was found fatally shot on the sidewalk in the Austin neighborhood. At nearly midnight, around 11:15 p.m., officers had responded to a shooting and found Ahmad on a sidewalk in the 5900 block of West Thomas Street, which is in MNA's territory, being 1 block away from Division and Mason in DCG's hood. Ahmad had been shot in the buttocks area by Mondre Brown aka Top Auto from SaneGang OTA and was pronounced dead at the scene over 10 minutes later at 11:28 p.m. No one is in custody as of this recording. Before Top Auto allegedly killed Ahmad in retaliation for one of his best friends, he posted a picture of him and Romain to the public on Facebook exactly 1 day before boosting his rank up and murdering Ahmad. Top Auto would also be seen tagged on a Facebook post the same day he would allegedly kill Ahmad, hours before the shooting, by another OTA member, while in the comments giving him a hint with the tornado emoji, saying that it's time to spin. Spin is a slang term in the streets for going on a gang-related assassination hit. Top would also make a post exactly 1 week after allegedly killing Ahmad from DCG and avenging his comrade in the caption, quoting, "We go to war with whoever whenever," while honoring Romain in a hashtag that stands for Long Live Romain Sane. After boosting his rank up by killing Ahmad and retaliating for his best friend, Top Auto would get a tattoo in honor of Romain on July 31st, 2017. SaneGang M20 and OTA would mock and clown Ahmad multiple times for dying from being shot in the buttocks area.
Ahmad died from an ass shot from thinking that he tough.
They would even share a poster and picture of him disrespecting the Mafia Insane Vice Lord's hand sign, laughing at them while talking about how they used to bully him back in the day. Ahmad had a very close relationship with Dirk from P Block Jack Boys and was heartbroken about the death of Dirk before being killed allegedly by the same gang many months later. Ahmad and Dirk were in the same age group together, with them being seen together in group pictures. Choka from DCG, who is the killer of both Diamond and Romain, would make a post about Ahmad Ahmad and Dirk the day they passed away, paying his condolences while tagging Ahmad, saying that nobody is safe now after the death of Ahmad because apparently Ahmad didn't have any parts in any of the war. But SaneGang still didn't care, as they were desperate to score for their 2 fallen members who were gunned down to DCG prior. Choka was never the same after losing 2 close friends from his hood that he seen as little brothers. The whole DCG and 1800 hood-rich Young Money was on Facebook hurt and grieving about the loss of another one of their younger members. A SaneGang member would share one of their posts trolling Ahmad and Dirk, and DCG would respond in the comments of the post by bringing up Diamond and Romaine, who DCG allegedly killed. It wouldn't end here with SaneGang though. 2 weeks after the death of Ahmad, they would retaliate yet again when they would allegedly kill one of the older original members of DCG Jack Boys. On June 26, 2017, 23-year-old Romeo Edwards, aka Shorty Rome from DCG, was killed in a drive by shooting in the Austin neighborhood. At approximately 8 p.m., Shorty Rome was sitting in a parked car on the 4800 block of West Gladys Avenue when somebody in another car had drove up to him and unleashed gunfire, hitting Shorty Rome in the chest and right thigh. Shorty Rome was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital at 8:23 p.m. Shorty Rome was killed 11 days after his 23rd birthday. He was known to always keep 2 guns on him, as he is seen casually wielding 2 firearms in his pictures.
Shorty Rome, we ride with 2.
He left behind 2 daughters, with one of them being named Desi and another who goes by the name of Shug prior to passing away. Shorty Rome was the childhood friend of DCG Drama from the same set, as they were both coming up as younger members of the 4 Corner Hustlers at the same time. DCG Drama had made a post about Romeo saying that he's forever scarred after the passing of one of his best friends that he truly misses. Shorty Rome was also very close with SMG Tay and SMG Banky from the same set. Romeo was killed while SMG Tay was in jail fighting the murder of Randy Kimball, and he would pay his respects to one of his closest friends after getting out of prison, while SMG Banky would make a post on Father's Day honoring Shorty Rome. DCG would adopt the name Romeo Kappas in honor of Shorty Rome, with Choka getting a face tattoo paying his respects and other members getting custom jewelry made in honor of Romeo. While the war calmed down for the rest of 2017 and the first few months of 2018 after the death of Shorty Rome, Choka from DCG would be seen on social media revealing how 2016 and 2017 messed him up for life after losing 6 main members from his hood in the span of 2 years, while also hinting that SaneGang was responsible for the murders of his friends, saying that it will forever be death to SaneGang, and saying that the death of his friends affects him negatively every time he's sober from drugs, while swearing it on his fallen comrade Snacks that he misses all of his friends.
Yeah, I want my niggas back. When I say my niggas, bitch, I'm talking J4 Dirk and Shaq. Gotta mention Shorty Rome, can't forget Big Snacks.
As the summer of 2018 began, many shootings between DCG and SaneGang would happen when DCG would finally succeed, retaliating on SaneGang after they would spot a member from M20 while they were sliding on OTA's hood. On June 18, 2018, a 22-year-old man named D. Shane Grayer, aka Boda from SaneGang M20, was talking to a friend while on the sidewalk at around 11:30 a.m. when Tarvey Green, aka Tadi from DCG, had exited an alley on the 1600 block of North Luna Avenue and used a .45 caliber handgun, shooting Boda a total of 5 times, hitting him twice as he was sitting on a nearby front stoop, and stood over Boda as he would fall down to the ground, while striking him 3 more times in the chest, thigh, and buttocks before running back into the alley. Boda was pronounced dead an hour later at 12:36 p.m. He was tragically gunned down 2 weeks before his 23rd birthday. Toddy from DCG was arrested over 2 weeks later for the death of Boda, being charged with first-degree murder. According to prosecutors, 2 witnesses identified him as the gunman who killed Boda. Authorities would also make a claim saying that Taddy ran back into the alley he walked through before shooting Boda, with other witnesses and neighbors claiming they heard a car screech away. Taddy's mom and 2 other men, possibly being DCG members, were in court supporting Taddy, with one of the men yelling out "I love you" to Taddy as he was taken away after the judge, Mary C. Marubio, held him without bond. Choka was seen on Facebook angry about the arrest of his friend Taddy and supporting him, saying "free him," while sending subliminal shots at his enemies, SaneGang, saying that they hate them and referring to them as police, hinting that the witnesses that had snitched on Taddy possibly could have also been SaneGang members. While being incarcerated at the time, Taddy can be heard being mentioned several times by many of the DCG rappers.
They got Lil Toddy in the county for a body. Free my little shorty, he was out here really wildin'. We got him on
free tidy and free bagel, man, free the goon.
A member from SaneGang M20 would make a post honoring their fallen member Boda, while even saying free Tarvey Green, aka Tadi, so they can kill him for taking the life of their fallen member in the beginning of the summer. He would also be seen honoring Leaky while calling out his enemies, most likely being DCG, for false claiming Leaky's murder, while also paying his respects to Romain, who was killed 1 year prior to Boda, allegedly by the same gang. Many other members from M20 couldn't believe the news about the death of Boda and were seen on Facebook paying their respects. Boda was known rather much as a hustler from SaneGang who was always trying to get his money. He was also known as a ladies' man, being seen with many different beautiful women. Boda had even shown up to one of OTA Woo's music videos titled All Morning, with OTA members even paying their respects to Boda while also posting a group photo together, including the fallen member Boda in the picture. After being in Cook County Jail for nearly 5 years, Tade from DCG was later released from prison around February of 2023 after prosecutors had dropped the case for the murder of Boda from SaneGang and was a free man for many months, but unfortunately landed back in jail in the summer. Later in the same year, along with Big C from the same set and another co-defendant named Isaac Skies, after allegedly robbing a Chicago business store at gunpoint. Police said that the 3 men had robbed T-Mobile and tried to sell the phones to another store. All 3 of the individuals were charged with 1 count of armed robbery with a firearm, with Big C from DCG already being convicted, serving an 8-year sentence expected to be released from prison on parole around late 2026, while Taddy and the other co-defendant are still currently fighting the case as of this recording. Members of the Vehicular Hijacking Task Force arrested the 3 men the same day in Bridgeview, Illinois. As 2019 began to happen with the score in the war currently being 6-3, the tables were starting to turn, with DCG slowly catching up on the score when they would kill yet another well-known member from SaneGang 11 months later after the death of Boda. On May 5, 2019, a 22-year-old man named Keon Davis, aka Key Sane from SaneGang M20, was tragically shot and killed in a double shooting in his own hood near Mason and Wabansia. Key Sane and another 18-year-old man were walking around 6:20 a.m. on the 1600 block of North Mason Avenue, in one of M20's main blocks being North Avenue, and Mason and Lil Mark aka Millie from DCG would approach them on feet and fire shots, hitting Key Sane in the head, where he was taken to Stroger Hospital, where he died hours later at 1:49 p.m. The 18-year-old man who was walking with Key Sane was struck in the shoulder, but condition was stabilized. Richard Davis, who is the president of the Galewood Park Advisory Council, lived 1 block away from the shooting, but was watching TV while it occurred, so he didn't realize right away what happened. By the time he had looked out of his window, Key Sane had been shot. Richard Davis described the shooting, quoting, "There was no arguing, no screaming, no car speeding away, just 3 shots fired." Richard Davis had speculated what could have been a motive and wondered if it was connected to another shooting that happened 2 days before on the 1800 block of North Mason Avenue. Key Sane used to live on the same block he was tragically killed on, with proof of many pictures of him and other M20 members standing by a house located on the 1639 block of North Mason Avenue, and a M20 associate on Reddit also confirming Keon used to live on North Avenue and Mason, while bringing up memories of him and Keon playing basketball together in an alley. Key Sane was mainly close with members like Jay Sane aka Big Mafia and Kendall Macon aka Glizzy, or Lil Toto, as they were the same age group together, seen in many pictures with each other, being all a part of the same crowd, including M-Dub Spark. SaneGang rapper M-Dub Spark made a post honoring Key Sane while saying he was known for being one of the funniest SaneGang members who would always have jokes up his sleeve, with videos on social media even surfacing with him roasting other members from his hood.
Get your newborn baby dick nose ass. I'm on your nose like a dick from my mouth. Your dickhead ass.
Key Sane would be seen honoring Boda from the same set he repped before his demise, saying that he didn't forget about him and that the whole M20 misses him, before Key Sane would be tragically gunned down by the same gang. Before Key Sane became a mafia insane vice lord, he actually used to be a member of the Four Corner Hustlers, going by the name Kifo, before later moving to SaneGang M20's hood and flipping to mafia insane vice lord. 5 days after Key Sane was shot dead near his home and in his hood, the officers from Chicago Chicago Police Department's 25th District and other local community activists had nicely gathered on that block to comfort Key Sane's family and offer resources to them. They had brought out a grill and played music. Neighbors and police officers even collected a care package for the family while handing out signs saying "Put the guns down" and flyers with info on community events and services. Tansha Davis and the rest of Key Sane's family were satisfied and appreciated the support while they were still looking for justice for the murder of Key Sane, with them saying how they just want to get to the bottom of the case and hopefully find some answers. Tansha also said that even though Key Sane got into trouble a few times, he was special to a lot of people and was someone who loved his family and always stood up for them. While his fiancée, Crystal Lassiter, was talking about how much Key Sane meant to her, saying that he was always there when she needed him and was sweet, funny, good-hearted, and wasn't a bad person. She said all he wanted to do was have fun all time, making everybody happy, and kids loved him. James Jones, who has been living in the Austin area for 18 years, said he had known Key Sane since he was a kid and said that even though Key Sane wasn't perfect, he didn't do anything that would have gotten him shot. 1 month later, Mark Burnett Atkins, aka Millie, or Lil Mark from DCG, was arrested for the murder of Key Sane and denied bail at his initial hearing while being charged with first-degree murder and attempted murder after being recognized by detectives on surveillance footage. Prosecutors said that Millie was seen on video coming out of an alley and running up behind the two men. Millie had actually fired multiple shots, hitting Key Sane in the back of the head and injuring the other man in the hand and shoulder. Prosecutors said that Millie had continued to fire, but his gun jammed, which is why the other man was able to run away. The shooting was captured by a HD camera that clearly captured Millie's face. While the detectives were first watching the footage, another detective had happened to walk by and recognized Millie on the video from previous encounters and arrests from him. The detective printed off a photo of Millie, which matched the face of the shooter that gunned down Key Sane. Family members and associates of Key Sane were seen on Facebook satisfied about the arrest of Millie, as justice was finally being served for Key Sane. 4 years later, in 2023, Lil Mark, aka Millie, was found guilty and sentenced to 55 years for murder and 8 years for attempted murder, and is currently being held in the Lawrence Correctional Center. Millie was allegedly snitched on by SaneGang, which led him to getting over 60 years in prison.
Millie got 60, damn. Y'all just got a 60 years. I'll be damn, I'll be next. I got a lot to live for.
Kendall Macon, aka Glizzy, from SaneGang M20, would get a tattoo in honor of Key Sane that says, "Long live Keon," in honor of him, before the man who did his tattoo passed away in the same year. A triple shooting in DCG's hood would happen 3 months later after the death of Key Sane, as the summer was coming to an end, but luckily, nobody would be fatally wounded. On August 4th, 2019, SaneGang would allegedly make an attempt to retaliate on DCG, shooting a total of 3 people on one of their main blocks, being Potomac and Parkside, after going on a drill. The victims were standing outside of a vehicle when 2 male shooters emerged from an alley and fired several shots in their direction, with the 3 victims being struck, and all drove to West Suburban Hospital. The first victim, who was a female and 21 years old at the time, was in critical condition, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds to the right arm and grazed to head, and transferred from West Suburban to Stroger Hospital. The second victim, who was a male and 23 years old at the time, was in stable condition at West Suburban Hospital with a gunshot wound to the left leg. The third victim, who was a male and was 22 years old at the time, was in stable condition with a gunshot wound to the right leg, also being at West Suburban Hospital with the second victim. No one was in custody for the shooting. 2 months later, after the triple shooting in DCG's hood, DCG would continue their rampage on SaneGang when they would actually catch one of the main killers from OTA, making this the 3rd SaneGang member they would kill in the span of 1 year. On October 21st, 2019, 24-year-old Mondre Ascalphus Brown, aka Top Otto, or Kobe, the menace from SaneGang OTA and M20, was shot and killed overnight while being in his own hood in a drive-by shooting, with 2 other people being injured. Police said the shooting took place on the 5554 block of West North Avenue, with the 3 victims standing on a sidewalk when DCG Drama had allegedly fired shots while in a passing car, hitting Top Otto in the head and chest, pronouncing him dead later at Stroger Hospital. A 31-year-old man was shot in the leg, and a 29-year-old man was shot in the hand, with both of their conditions being stabilized. No arrests were made as of this recording. According to Vonoff 1700, Top Otto had been shot while eating a bag of chips and exiting the liquor store, and even had a firearm held with him at the time of his death.
I'm up top smoking top.
Roll them up, who you smoking? If you smoking top. Top been on my man, I'm finna go see him. Somebody give me a shovel. Dude, that eating chips coming out of the stove. I know you seen that shit. His dumb ass died at the stove. Was it really worth it? There must been some good ass chips. Popped out with his gun, I ain't going like him. Act out TG, no, we don't play. I know y'all heard about Lil Talk. We shot him all up in his face.
Catch a nigga for all that dissing, like Mondre lose his head.
OTA Wu was seen on Facebook honoring Top Otto and the ultimate bond and friendship they had together. OTA Wu would also send a subliminal shot at Vonoff 1700 in his song Pumpkinhead for always mentioning Top Otto when he didn't really know him personally.
He's picking on Otto and don't even know him like he ain't put shit in the bag.
1800 Snatchnam Hood, Rich Young Money would be seen honoring Ahmad after Top Otto's death, saying that the person who took the life of Ahmad is now deceased. Top Otto was in a relationship with Big Niche from Black Mob's Cello Gang before his demise, and Black Mob was definitely seen hurt after his death. Top Otto's death affected the entire SaneGang M20 and OTA, with all of them appreciating Top and all the work he put in for the Mafia Insane Vice Lords. Top Otto's death affected rapper SaneGang Capone the most, as he was seen as his right-hand man. Top Otto meant a lot to SaneGang Capone as much as Romaine and Leaky did. They were his three best friends from the same set. Top Otto, OTA Daysky, OTA Scotty, SaneGang Capone, and OTA Wu were known to go on multiple drills and hits together. Top Otto is considered a legend by the whole SaneGang Alliance and earned the title of being one of the most legendary Mafia Insane Vice Lord members of all time. The murder of Top Otto possibly could have been connected to another shooting SaneGang allegedly did that nearly cost the life of DCG Drama's blood big brother, DCG Big Foe, which made Drama slide for his big brother. One day before the murder of Top Otto, a DCG member would post DCG Big Foe telling him to get well after Big Foe was shot multiple times. DCG Big Foe was shot 5 times in late 2019 with 40 shots being fired. After recovering, Big Foe would make a post about getting shot and said that the doctors even told him it would take a year to walk again, but Big Foe refused to surrender like that. He would also bring up his girlfriend and appreciate her for staying on his side after being gunned down. After surviving the nearly fatal gunshot wounds, Big Foe would start referring to himself as Hardbody and even get a tattoo on his back that says that. Big Foe's mother would comment on his Facebook post, saying that she was on her knees praying for her son to recover, and seeing him like that was killing her on the inside. Big Foe's mother would thank the Lord of Jesus for being on Big Foe's side, helping him recover and giving him a second chance at life. Big Foe would be seen explaining most of his scars in a DCG Hood vlog.
I done got shot a couple times. I done got shot in the face. I got shot in the leg.
Just 1 week after the death of Top Otto, SaneGang would slide on DCG and retaliate immediately for their fallen member. On October 27, 2019, Ivan Juven Marquise Miller, aka Ivo or Juvie from DCG, was shot and killed in the Austin neighborhood while being at a liquor store in his own hood. At around 3:35 p.m., Ivo, aka Juvie, was standing outside of a business liquor store on the 5900 block of West Division Street when a dark-colored SUV pulled up to him, and a SaneGang member who was allegedly inside of the vehicle would fire shots, hitting Juvie in the neck and shoulder, pronouncing him dead on the scene. 1 day later, autopsy results released and ruled his death as a homicide. SaneGang OTA would casually diss Ivo, aka Juvie, for dying near the liquor store.
Ivo sitting at that stove, now his stupid ass a pack. Talking on Ivo as that was the freak though.
SaneGang rapper M-Dub Spark would make an interesting post on the same day Ivo was shot and killed, honoring Key Sane, who was gunned down by DCG earlier that year. DCG would be seen showing Ivo's obituary, honoring him. In the beginning of their music video and song titled Dangerous, Juvie aka Ivo would be one of the biggest losses DCG has ever took, with many of the members paying their respects to Ivo after he was gunned down. Many DCG members were heartbroken after the death of Ivo, including his blood brother. Ivo was an original member and can be seen in many old DCG group photos. DCG was never the same after the death of Ivo. 5 months later, after the murder of Ivo, DCG Drama would catch his fourth body and last body on SaneGang, retaliating for his childhood friend Ivo from the same set. On April 6, 2020, 22-year-old Arky C. Newton, aka Kesey from SaneGang OTA, was found shot to death in the borderline of the North Lawndale and Austin neighborhood near Polk and Cicero. Around 3:20 p.m., Kesey was sitting inside of a vehicle at a gas station on the 700 block of South Cicero Avenue when DCG Drama would allegedly approach him and yell out, "Eh," before opening fire. Kesey was struck in the head and taken to Stroger Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. Somebody had released a video of the murder scene aftermath in the comments of the legal help firm post about Kesey.
Y'all already know this gas station.
SaneGang Capone would be seen paying respect to Key C on his birthday. Key C was an original OTA member who was seen in many pictures when the OTA generation first kicked off from 2010 to 2015. Key C was super close with Hajuan Hentz, aka Haywire from the same set, who is currently doing 40 years in prison for the murder of Demetrius Tolliver, aka DJ Lord from Frogang, and Dejanaba Altman, aka Dady from Faux CG in 2016. Key C was seen as a big score for DCG with them and SaneGang celebrating on Facebook about Key C's death. They would mention how Key C was killed at the same gas station Munchie from OTA was killed on years later, allegedly by Vonoff 1700 and Backend from SaneGang. DCG Drama would give a hint about being responsible for the murder of Key C on his song Fully Loaded, when he would repeatedly yell out A in his song, which is what he yelled out to Key C before gunning him down and boosting his rank up.
They no drama through this rap shit. I be in the trenches every day, I really rap shit. Hey, ask your homie, he can't say shit. 6 feet in the grave with a casket with a rose.
DCG Drama would even be seen laughing at a SaneGang member's post of a picture with Diamond and Key C together, who were allegedly killed by Drama.
Smoking diamond to the face, easy to the face like my blood got laced. What the f?
We had to tap with Key C head, cause he thought that shit was sweet.
We catch a nigga like Kesey, he come make it, his heart bleed.
2 days after Choka from DCG was allegedly killed by MNA, in which you guys could check out the previous video on my channel for more details, DCG Drama would make a post breaking down his emotions, telling all the people he loved that's alive that he loves them and means it. He would also speak about how everywhere he goes, he thinks about his fallen members and childhood friends dying to gang and gun violence, and how the street life is an insane life to live. DCG Drama would even reveal how no matter how much retaliation they get, it still doesn't change the fact that his closest friends are no longer with him or the people from his hood. On the same post, Drama made that I'm currently talking about, he would be mentioning all the fallen DCG members who were allegedly killed by SaneGang and MNA at the time, honoring them and saying that they didn't die for no reason and he's forever going to be standing on business behind all of them. After the death of Key C from OTA, the deadly gang war between DCG and SaneGang has finally died down, and no murders have happened since. The total score in this bloody feud is 7-7, with the score actually being a tie, with each side taking equal losses as the other. There are no winners in the war between DCG and SaneGang, with the score being even and all the loved ones being deceased behind the infamous gang war. At the end of the day, you gotta ask yourself, was all of it really worth it? Leave a comment down below on what you guys think. That would be the end of this video. Like, comment, and subscribe for more high-profile street-related content. Rest in peace to all the fallen black brothers mentioned in this video. Hood Encyclopedia. Signing out with you guys. Have a great rest of the day.